done his homework, but will adjudicator Belinda Pierce give him a ticking off or a gold star?
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Lord. Come and take a seat,
Thank you
please.
very much.
If you want to put your things down beside you, you can.
Should I close the door or leave it open?
No, we leave it open, unless, of course, there's any extraneous noise from outside that distracts you. Let's start with the authorities' evidence, because they are presenting the case, and the transgression that they say occurred here is against these signs.
Yes.
You can see that they're round signs with a red outline, and that means prohibition. And underneath it says accept cycles. So the symbol within the sign is a motorbike and a motor car. So let's run the CCTV footage. There we have it. You drive past the signs.
So Jason agrees. I don't think Belinda expected this.
So what do you want to say about that?
What I want to say is a number of mitigating factors.
Right, can I just pause you there? I don't want to stop you, I'm just pausing you just to explain that my remit doesn't go as far as taking mitigation into account.
Okay.
If mitigation is compelling, there are ways in which I can refer it back to the local authority if they haven't already considered it.
Okay.
So do you want me to now bring up your evidence?
Yes, please.
There we are. So, yes, please tell me.
When I was driving around this area, which I do know well, and I'm aware of that junction, but I've always felt that it would be very, very easy to turn mistakenly at that junction.
Well, you were aware of it, you say?
Yes.
So you were aware of the signs?
In the back of my mind, yes.
Not a very good start. I can't see him getting away with this fine.
I think this is your image of the junction. Now, what do you want to say about this?
So as you approach at 90 degrees, the prohibited motor vehicle signage is effectively end on, and therefore that's not visible. There's another factor here, which is you can see from the image that a lamppost actually obscures that the one on the right as I come towards it.
Well, at this particular moment in time, but you will be travelling, and you will be travelling and seeing it before and after this particular snapshot in time.
I think Belinda must have heard it all before, but Jason's not giving up.
My submission is that if these were the more instantly recognisable red no entry signs with the white bar across, that far fewer people would make this mistake.
Well, they can't be, because that would be no entry for all vehicles, and this location does facilitate some being able to travel there.
Yeah.
So those signs would not be appropriate.
It doesn't look like Belinda's buying any of this.
I must determine whether the signage is adequate or not.
Let's take a look at the facts. Jason was caught on CCTV driving the wrong way up a one-way street. He argues that the signs are confusing and difficult to understand. His mistake has landed him with a £130 ticket. The question is, will Belinda accept his argument that the signs weren't clear enough?
I find this to be adequate. I find it to be unambiguous. The motorist must be conscious of the signs.
Oh dear. It's a £130 fine. But Jason came here to make a point, and make it he will.
A brief look online shows the top 10 locations we're in Islington for CCTV cars producing penalty charge notices. And it's no surprise to me that Calshot Street, month after month, comes top of the pops. It's number one.
That's not really something that I need to hear or I can take into account. We're here today for me to determine whether you have contravened a particular restriction. At the moment, on the evidence, I have to weigh up both sides, and the evidence shows that the vehicle did contravene that. I'm making my finding on that. You accept that you made a mistake. A mistake I can't take into account. As I said, I must make my decision on the evidence. I'm satisfied on the evidence before me. I'll be refusing this appeal.
Understood. I hope.
And so that what happens now is that I have my decision typed up,
Okay.
and that will be sent to you in the next few days.
Well, that's that then. Oh, no, it's not. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Two things very quickly, if I may understand.
No, the hearing's finished now, thank you.
I was here.
Whoops. OK.
Would you like your photos back?
Thank you very much. I was here hoping. I was not here in any great expectation of my appeal being upheld.
Well, Mr. Lord, I'm here to determine whether a contravention occurred.
Understood. Thanks very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Lord. Goodbye.
I can tell you're not happy.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. Even though you sort of felt that you weren't going to win the case, I do quite admire the fact that you wanted to make your point there.
Right.
How do you feel about the result?
It is frustrating when you feel like there are a couple more things you had to
Yeah.
say. I was hopeful that at least it would be recognised that this isn't a frivolous or a vexatious appeal, and that I would have been allowed to pay the reduced sum at the very least.
Do you feel that justice has been unfair to you, or do you actually feel that, you know, the signs are there? I mean, do you agree with her?
I agree that I've made a mistake, but Islington Council have a very expensive-looking camera constantly trained on that junction. To the layman, it looks like a trap.
You think it's a cash cow?
Yes. So if Islington can afford to put up a very expensive camera system there, surely they can afford to change a couple of signs to make it clearer.